Always.
Did you guys come to party? Let's do this.
Okay.
Looking at this crowd, did you ever imagine?
That's my biggest crowd ever.
It's very good.
I know, David, you've been a fan of the show since you were a little kid,
Yeah.
and Billie, when you had the chance to come in when the show was being revived, I mean, did you ever imagine this was what was going to result
No,
in
and I'm
Rose?
sort of glad I didn't, because I think I would have been very nervous.
What did you actually know about the character and the arc she would take, and the show in general when you first were called to audition?
I didn't know a great deal. I just read the first episode. I knew of Doctor Who, but I didn't have the knowledge the encyclopedic knowledge that David has.
Hi.
So I came at it kind of fresh, and I loved the part. You know, I didn't really know what it meant long term. I just knew I wanted to act Rose.
And David, you grew up with the show, and when you had the opportunity to come in and read for the Doctor, what were your thoughts? Like, what were you thinking, and how did you differentiate your character? And
Well, it was all a little bit weird because the show I knew the show was coming back, a show that I'd watched since I was tiny, but it hadn't been on the TV yet, so I didn't really know what I was being asked to join in on. You know, it was a sort of. And also, back then it felt like quite a weird idea to bring Doctor Who back. It didn't feel like the sort of show that the world was ready for back then. It felt like, you know, Doctor Who had sort of, it felt like something from TV history. So I couldn't quite imagine how it would be when it came
to
back.
modernize it in a way,
Not having seen it, and of course not knowing whether it was going to work or not, because it was quite a big gamble. And they were asking me, you know, if the show continues, would you? But it might not have happened. You know, it might have been a big flop. Sorry, Billie.
Well,
Thank you.
So it was all a bit like kind of academic, kind of slightly weird. I don't really know what I'm being asked to join in on here. But at the same time, it was this show that I loved and that I used to have posters on my bedroom wall of, and so it was surreal in many different ways.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys just got to sort of reunite through some voice work and revisit your characters.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
And so tell me, what was it like to revisit Rose and the Doctor after 10 years?
Weirdly comfortable.
Yeah, very like sloughing on and off.
I know, it was great. And it was great not to have to do it physically, just...
Well, because we're that much older now.
I know. It was nice to just use our voices.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it. I felt
it
was very comforting to see Jackie, Camille, and Nick.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it. I'm going to do some more.
Are you?
Yeah.
You do tell. Am I in them?
Are you going to do some more?
Am I in them?
Maybe.
Oh, you're going off on your own now?
I'm off on my own adventures.
Cutting
It's
the
my own
strings.
show.
Yeah.
And well, you actually, aside from all of Rose and her history, you are going to Broadway this month. So I'm so excited because last time I spoke with you, your play was doing so well over on the West End, and now tell for people who don't know the story. Can you enlighten everyone?
Yeah, it's not very sci-fi, but I'll tell you anyway. And also, I feel like I should always say it's off Broadway, but it's in New York, so that's all that matters to me. This is actually my professional dream come true.
Oh, absolutely.
I love Doctor Who, but you know, I'm delighted to be doing a play in New York. So it's a Lorca play, and it's about, in brief, it's about a woman who can't conceive, and she finds it very hard to have a baby, and it sort of destroys her life and her marriage. It's very bleak. I feel uncomfortable of talking about it here, and it's been updated, and of course it's something that feels quite relevant because it seems to be something that lots of people are talking about at the moment with their own sorts of struggles. So It's funny, surprisingly. In parts you've seen it.
It
Say something.
It is. It's one of the all-time great performances. If you get a chance to go and see Billie in New York, you will not regret it.
You're a chameleon of an actress anyway, and this role you just completely embody. And so I definitely encourage you guys take a trip to New York and go. You open the March 18th. Is it?
No, I think it's the 23rd of March, and it's at the Armory Theatre.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
and we're there for like 5 weeks. So come and see it.
I'm gonna definitely come see it, and I hope that you guys too. I know you guys probably have questions for David and Billie, so you can line up in the aisles. And of course, we will try to get through as many as we can. And are you guys ready to start over here? Yeah? No? Yeah? There you go.
Good light.
No, it's blinding.
Well lit.
Terrible light. It's awful.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Isabel. I'm from Seattle, Washington. And my question is for
can't see
David
you.
Tennant.
Oh.
How
There you
was
go.
it acting in Hamlet for the movie?
We did it for TV.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Well, what's great about it, I knew all the lines already, which was great. Because we'd done it on stage just a little bit before. Which is quite, I'd never done anything like that, where it had existed in another form, and then we were putting it on screen, sort of doing it for the screen, but kind of just shooting the stage play. So it was what was great was being able to come to something when you'd basically rehearsed it for a year, because we'd done it so many times, and then having to do it in a different medium was kind of challenging, but kind of freeing as well, because it was kind of in our bones by that stage. I loved it. I was very glad that we got a chance to do it. It's one of the things about theatre is that it's so intense when you're in it, and then it disappears and it dissipates into the ether forever. So it's nice that we got to have a record of it, and to do it for the camera as well. So it's not just a camera's pointing at a stage and everyone's shouting a bit too much. It's sort of we were able to kind of slightly reimagine it, but still do the same show. So yeah, it was something that I was very proud to be a part of. So I'm glad it's on telly.
Where was it on?
On the BBC. Have you not seen it? I'll send you a DVD.
She was too busy
I'll sign
working on
it for
her audio, developments.
Developing my own audio show.
Thank you for your question. Thank you so much. Hi.
Hi, my name is Mika Wilson. I'm from Seattle, and David, I love the Escape Artists and all the different shows, and obviously Doctor Who. And Billie, I love your version of Nancy Park, one of my favorites. So my question, David, is for you. We have heard a couple years ago we had John Barrowman here, and we got to hear.
I'm so sorry.
That was great. And so we got to hear when he had learned that he was the face of Bo, and so and his how he felt. And so I would love to hear your reaction and your story about when you had learned about that.
I just read the script. Yeah, that's how it happened. I read the script, and at the end, there's the revelation that John Barrowman is the face of Bo, and it all made perfect sense. I think John is an absolute force of nature, and he's a wonderful, extraordinary human being, and it just tickled me because I thought he's going to love that and hate that in equal measure. But I think it makes perfect sense that that's where Captain Jack ends up.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. How far in advance were you guys given the scripts for Doctor Who?
Pretty. I always think now when I work, I'm always surprised at how you don't really get anything until days before. Whereas we were pretty fortunate.
We were pretty good. We were usually a month or so in advance of shooting, weren't we?
I think so.
Can't really remember.
No.
And were you ever able to suggest or approach the writers' room with alternate storylines?
I never did that.
No. Why would you when you've got those writers working on the show?
I agree. Yeah.
Because I would go, I think I should let's do an adventure when I ride a camel. I mean, what would I come up with that was better than what they could do, really?
Good question. Hi.
Hi, my name is Sam Robbins.
Hi, Sam.
Hey.
Holy crap, David Tennant. So you... That is going in this thing.
Okay.
I'm listening.
That's best.
So you've been doing autographing, and you're on this panel now. I have a question for you.
Is this just a commentary on the day? We got...
First you ate some breakfast.
Do you want to go?
No.
No, I mean it was like a Doctor Who.
Oh, I see. Yes. I still no. Oh, thank you, Sam.
Thank you.
Hi guys, my name is Maria. I'm from Everett, and my question actually could be for both of you, but really, David, my ultimate guilty pleasure movie is The Decoy Bride.
Oh, thank you.
So I want to know what you guys look for when you pick roles, because you've been in such this iconic series. Like, how do you choose?
It's a good question. What attracts you to a character?
You go.
It's hard. It's just you just read something and there's a bit of writing that appeals to you, and that can be because it makes you laugh, or because it's something you've never done before, or but really it's just for me it's just to do with you read a script and for some reason you have to read it to the end, and you want to be in it. You want to be part of telling that story, and it's a bit nebulous as to what that means. Sometimes it's because it moves you. Sometimes it's because it's the type of story you've never heard before. I don't know. There's no single answer to that, really.
Sometimes it's about the timing of what's going on in your life
Absolutely,
as well.
yeah.
Sometimes a story will connect to you for different reasons at different points in your life, and your personal experiences will inform, the way you receive that that script.
Sometimes it's a chance to work with specific people that
Yeah.
might be attached to something already. There's a whole different raft of reasons, really.
I usually do things that are different from the last thing I did.
Yeah, I think variety is always
Variety is a
appealing.
big appeal.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello, so the current run of Doctor Who is a revival, and I grew up with Thunderbirds, the older British show from the 60s, which also got a revival.
Yeah.
What's another older show that you would love to see come back?
Good
Maybe
question. Good question.
I'm going to when I Beverly Hills with the original cast. I think they did do a new one of those, right? But it was not great.
Yeah.
Well, and the first one was.
So good.
Sure, obviously, right?
So good.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'd bring back the West Wing.
It's just so recent.
Wasn't that recent?
How long ago was it?
Yeah.
15 years ago.
No.
Or something. Yeah, right.
This is what happens.
I still haven't seen it.
I mean, I'm sort of disgusted with you, but I'm also so thrilled for you. You've got that.
It's kind of like
You've got that journey to go on. Yeah.
What show would you like to see revived?
Honestly, The West Wing as well.
Thank you.
All right, good answer then. Thank you. Hi.
Hello, you know me. Thank you, you've been back, our host for our Gast of Honors all the time. You know me, the German lady. It's Cinderella Helga. I'm born in Germany and living here now. And so, I have, as I've given you a compliment, you make our convention back, helping us, supporting. I meet the last 3 convention a lot from you people. And it's war Angelon. And when people say, what do you mean? I say, Doctor Who! So everybody knows what I mean.
I definitely do.
And I like to say thank you for supporting us and let us running. I find now my members, I'm a member too, but I find they were running the show, and I cannot wait to see our new Mrs. Who in December and see what she bring us on the table. Meet your other guest of honors. So I was normally seeing Doctor Who as black and white in Germany, and then I came in America, and you guest of honor, your host, she knows my English is not perfect,
Oh, but you're fine. You're good.
And she knows all the people now hearing in English, or I see now the news upcoming series in English, and I'm saying thank you very much.
Are you excited for the new Doctor?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Can I get a hug?
Not now.
Not now.
Not now, but do you have any advice for the new Doctor, David?
No, she doesn't need any advice from me.
Yeah.
What would I tell her?
I don't know.
I could just say that.
Good advice. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Hi.
Hi, my name is Chris Hoffman from Redmond, Washington, and David, you said you grew up with Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I'd like to know who was your first Doctor.
My first Doctor was Tom Baker. I was born in 1971, so yeah, he came in 74, so he's the first one I remember, really. And then I was still watching it when a man called Peter Davison took over. And now I see him for Sunday lunch, so it's all quite weird. All quite strange, all quite unlikely, but very lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. Hi, you ready?
Hi, my name is Elizabeth and I'm from Everett. I was wondering, when did you guys start the show?
Start being in Doctor Who?
Yeah.
Well, Billie was first.
You were first. You were in that very first when it came back, and you
Was that 2005?
Mm-hmm.
You must have been 2004, weren't you?
2004, yeah. It's just so long. So old. So 2004 for me, 2005
for
for
me,
you.
yeah.
What about you? When did you first pick it up?
What are you talking about?
When did you first watch Doctor Who? Do you watch it now?
I've been watching it since...
For a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
Do
old
you
were
like
you when you
it?
started watching it?
Huh?
How old were you when you started watching it?
About 3.
Aww, that's a good age.
Me
to
too.
start.
That's exactly how old I was.
I love Doctor Who.
Yes.
Quite right too.
So you guys have a lot in common. Thank you, sweetie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, darling.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Edwin from Tukwila, Washington. 2 questions. First, are both of you ever going to go back to Top Gear and do a rematch?
Steady.
And for
Steady,
Billie,
Edwin.
and for Billie, any interest of going back to the music industry because we want to?
No to the music industry. I think it's really, really hard work, the music industry.
I, on the other hand,
But yes to a rematch at Top Gear.
I've done it. I did it again.
How did you do this time?
Really well. Really well. Second on the leaderboard.
What?
Oh yeah, thanks very much. Thank you.
Who's the first?
Some Olympian. I don't know. I think he cheated.
The leaderboard where? Like, how many people had been on?
Some. There have been some.
It's only about 5 contestants, or like
There might have been 6.
some pro drivers.
It was quite near the start of that particular series. There weren't a lot of names, but there were more than I was.
Do you remember your time?
I don't remember my time. It was very, very, very fast. Very, very fast. Oh, it was fast.
Very fast. Thank
Fast time. Fast time. It was a very fast time. That's what they kept saying. Matthew LePerry. What's he called? Matt LeBlanc. He was very very fast, he kept saying.
Wow.
How are you?
Hi, I'm
Great.
I'm David.
Hi.
And Billie, my question's for both of you. Is there any small hope you can hold out to your fans that we might see a return of the alternate Doctor and Billie in a future timeline?
That's a good question.
I I really like that as a comedy. I keep saying that I really like just their domestic, a one-off special of their domestic life together in the parallel universe, where they they're over each other. He's really unimpressive because he's not the real deal. They stay in a lot. They don't time travel anymore. He's not what he was. He's put on weight.
Who wants to see this?
He's actually going to pick that to us.
I think you should. It's quite a big gamble for the BBC.
You'd watch it there, right?
Oh, thank you. That's a great question.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
When I point at you, it's your turn.
My name is David from Everett, Washington. My question is for David. Most of the stuff that or at least I know you for, is the more adult stuff like Doctor Who, Jessica Jones, reciting sonnets on YouTube.
Sure.
Hamlet.
Sure. Takes up a large part of each day.
But what was it like switching from stuff that's known for young adults and older adults to voicing Scrooge McDuck?
Yeah. It was a little transition for you.
It's all the same stuff. It's all just about finding the truth of the moment, and it's been finding the truth of being a 900-year-old duck who water skis and does whatever else he does. Yeah, it's been a great honour to take on the mantle of Scrooge McDuck, I have to say. And it's something that we're doing. It keeps going. We're doing more and more and more. So I'm glad you're watching. Yes, yes.
Where is this? Where does it show?
I'm going to ask the audience. Where do you see it in this country? Disney XD, right?
Yeah.
Disney XD. Alt.
That's awesome.
And what were your first thoughts when they were like, we'd like you to play this character, Scrooge McDuck?
Sure. When do I start?
There you go. Something freeing about voicing versus being on camera, right?
It's way more fun.
Well, it's much quicker.
It's way less
You don't
stressful.
have to put any funny clothes on. Although I do dress as a duck. Just to... Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. Oh my goodness, that's my face. Okay.
There you are. There you are.
Oh my gosh.
Wave at yourself.
No. I'm Sarah. I'm from Tacoma.
Hi, Sarah.
What was your favorite episode to do together? And don't say Doomsday.
Why are we not allowed to say Doomsday? What if that's our favourite?
I would be very upset.
You don't want to upset Sarah.
I like Tooth and Claw. I really liked it. I thought we had such a fun time doing that. We were in that castle for a week and it was kind of ridiculous.
We did have quite a fun time.
And we laughed a lot
We did
with
laugh
the
a lot.
guy in the green cat suit. We were flying. We were in a really good place. Weren't we?
Yeah.
We were so happy.
That was fun.
2006 animation.
Yes.
Yeah, that was fun. I mean, I had a fun time doing them all, though. There's not one...
New Earth was really funny as well.
Yeah. Fear Her was really cold. Do you remember how cold that was in the estate?
Yeah, but it wasn't as cold as the double Cyberman episode.
That's because you were wearing that tiny little
No,
dress.
there was a massive snowstorm. Do you remember? They
Yes,
had to
there
close
was.
it down.
That's right.
And my jaw locked because it was so cold. And we had to deliver lines at 4 in the morning. It was, oh God, I found that quite taxing.
It was. Happy times. But they were all quite happy times. And then when everyone came back for Journey's End and Stolen Earth, that was enormous fun as well. Because everyone was there together. And, But yeah, it was all pretty good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi.
I'm about to vomit Raxatoris all over the place.
Just take a deep breath.
So my question is, for Billie Piper, how did you feel about making fun of the war doctor, no more, no more, no more, no more? And kissed by a Zygon?
Two very good questions.
I bet that's very uncomfortable.
Well, they have these very long projectile tongues that I don't know where that's going to stop.
I loved it. I loved it. No more. It was really juvenile the way I went about it. I really, really enjoyed it. It was a nice departure from a Rose Tyler return.
Yes. Being kissed by a Zygon was, I don't really, it wasn't an actual Zygon though, right? It was Queen Victoria at the time. Queen Elizabeth, sorry, wrong Queen. That was Tooth and Claw. But I didn't kiss Queen Victoria. Did I kiss Queen Victoria?
Queen Victoria was Tooth and Claw.
Yes, but I didn't kiss her. Did I kiss
the one that got away?
I did kiss a lot of people at Doctor Who. I seemed to kiss everyone eventually.
Yeah.
I don't think you kissed her.
I kind of thought it was funny
Yeah.
when you when you just started like, wait, I just got kissed by a Zygon. Oh God, this is not working out for me. I am going right back to Racticorical Frolicatorious. Right back.
Good job. You're amazing.
Thank you.
Well done.
Hi.
Hi, my name's Alexa. I'm from Arizona. My question is, what is your guys' favorite episode of Doctor Who?
Ooh, favorite episode you were in or not in?
That we're in or not in?
Either one.
Any episode is up for grabs.
I like the one with the angels. I wasn't in that one.
Oh.
Don't blink.
Yeah, or just blink.
Sure.
Sure. It's fine.
Never blink.
Yeah.
You know that one.
That one, yeah.
What about you?
What's my favourite? Ooh. That I'm not in. That's maybe more interesting, isn't it?
But harder.
Yeah, harder. Yeah. I like the one that you and Chris did. Is it Father's Day?
Oh yeah, I love
That Sean
that one.
Dingwall was in. That was a beautiful episode.
Yeah. I saw Sean Dingwall driving down the road the other day. Fun fact.
Did you say hello? Did you?
Dad, I couldn't.
So he didn't know. You just.
He didn't know. We didn't have a chat. It
Oh.
was just something I saw.
I hope that gets back to him.
Just pass by.
Hi.
My name's Maggie. I'm from Wenatchee, and I want to.
I love your hair.
Thank you. It's a
I tried to get that hair.
I want to thank you.
I like the name Wenatchee.
What is it?
Wenatchee.
Whoa,
She's
where's
from
that
Wenatchee. Is it far away, Wenatchee?
Oh, that's where you're from. That's not
Yeah.
your name.
Yeah, it's where I'm from.
Sorry.
My name is Maggie.
Maggie.
Oh, great name.
Wenatchee Maggie, they call her. Wenatchee Maggie with the orange hair.
So I want to thank you.
Walking down the streets of Wenatchee. Tossing around her bright orange hair. Oh, it's Wenatchee Maggie.
I want to thank you too for inspiring me to act. I currently do theater at my high school, and I want to.
Wenatchee High School. Wenatchee High.
I wanted to ask you guys how, like, both of you got into like acting and doing theater.
And even better, I'll expand on that question. Advice for someone, a young actress looking to make a career or a profession out of the arts. Keep the hair. I think you can start by saying that.
David?
I don't know. I'm very bad at giving advice. I don't know what to say. If you can do something else, you probably should. That's it. Only because it's, there's far too many of us all after the same jobs.
Terrible advice.
Terrible advice.
Really, really sad.
But it's a great life if you can make it work.
I've got some advice.
I'm going to pass this one over to Billie because from previous experience, I find I'm not very good at answering this question.
I would say definitely do your fair share of theatre and watch a fair share of theatre. Have a very colourful and enjoyable life because that will inform what you do. I really sort of say this to a lot of young actors that you must try really hard to not turn it into a blood sport because it can definitely feel like that at times and that sort of kills it somehow. Do you know what I mean? You're thinking that your advice is better than mine, aren't you?
No, I'm just feeling shamed that I have nothing good to say like that. Don't turn it into a blood sport, that's great.
I think that because I think it's a kind of job that makes you really bizarrely competitive. It's not like in the music world, I don't think, where there's something kind of united about it. It can feel very aggressive in part, I think. And so I think you should try and avoid that as much as you can, because then you can be yourself and know what you're good at as well. And you know, if there is a part that you don't particularly like or can't connect to, but your agent says you should do it anyway, I don't think you should. Because there's always that temptation to just go, the agent says go and do it, and you think, I have nothing, no connection here, and then you go and do it. You don't get it really because you're not into it, and then you lose loads of confidence and self-esteem, and that's something that you really need to protect as an actor because it's quite often the thing that powers you through, you know, but it's so easily shaken. So hope some of that works.
That was brilliant.
That's great. Thank you so much. We love to you.
Yes, good luck.
Hi, you look great.
Hello. Oh, thank you. My name is Stephanie. I'm from Salem, Oregon. And
Didn't get as big a cheer as Wenatchee.
no, I don't have the hair for it. So.
Oh, you're doing pretty well, don't worry.
You're doing great.
My question is, first off, you're my doctor, David Tennant, and
Thank
Billie
you.
Rose.
You're my Wonder Woman,
companion.
so...
oh, please, go on. So my question is actually for you, David. What's it like working with Catherine Tate?
Well, Billie can answer this too, I'm sure, because we both had the great honour of working with Catherine Tate, and it's quite a lot of fun, I'd say. Yeah, it's great, and it's.
She can never remember her lines. Is that too
She
much?
just chooses not to. No, Catherine's a hoot, really. And
She's great.
very easy to work with and
Very
very funny.
fun.
And yeah.
Yeah, Much Ado About Nothing was hysterical.
Oh well, thank you.
Yeah, it was amazing. I loved that.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, my name is Jessica and I'm from Port Orchard, Washington. And first of all, I just want to say thank you for coming and doing something like this. I feel like acting in this genre opens you up to more fan contact. So thank you.
Well, yes, thank you.
But my question is for both of you. I know some actors, when they have to portray a character, they have to dig deep to really get into the character, and then they kind of carry it with them. For instance, I know Leonard Nimoy, when he played Spock, he would oftentimes go home and not break character because he worked so hard to get into character. And it had an effect on his personal life. So my question is, do you feel that playing the Doctor or playing Rose has had an effect on your outlook on life, or maybe even on your personality? Like, do you feel like you still carry it with you? Or is it more, yes, I was able to act that and then kind of move on, if that question makes sense?
It does.
Yeah, well, I think it would be easier to be the Doctor at home than to be Spock.
It's kind of weird.
Did he really do that?
I don't know if it was intentional, but on the documentary it did say that he would go home and he would be fairly reserved, and because the the demand on doing so much acting per week, it was often easier just to kind of stay Spock.
How many wives did he get through? That's tough.
More than one.
Yeah. I don't know, did you take Rose home with you?
I've never really been that kind of actor. I sort of finish work and then I go home and do normal stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think I took Rose home with me.
It's hard. I think it's hard to know. I mean, unless you very consciously go home, sort of deep in character, which is quite a self-conscious thing to do, I would suggest.
Some people do stuff like that. I've just never. I don't know what quality of life you have if you do that.
I think it may be true that a sort of mindset can affect you while you're doing something, and but it's often not something you're even aware of yourself.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's for people around you to maybe comment on after the event. But yeah, I know. I'm like Billie. I don't sort of go home doing a voice or.
That's probably good.
Doing the school run as the doctor.
Doing the school run as the doctor would be very dangerous. Quick, run!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. Hi, my name is Nicole. I'm from across the water in Kirkland. First of all, thank you both for being here. We're super beyond excited to have you both.
Thank you.
My question is a little more just advice from either one of you, but David will likely have plenty. It's not
I'm not
dirty,
sure.
I promise. I don't know.
It's not been great so far.
Really hasn't.
Sure. A couple of my girlfriends and I are going to Scotland for the first time.
Oh, I see why this is
Yeah. So we were wondering, having you guys both here, where would you recommend that we absolutely have to stop? We're going to be making a big loop around.
Ooh. Any not to miss sites in Scotland?
Like depends on what sort of things you're into, really, doesn't it?
A little bit of anything. If you have a favorite pub or dessert
Oh, it's that kind of a trip you're going on. Well, are you going to Glasgow?
Yes.
I mean, Glasgow's that's like my city, so I would say go to Glasgow. So check out the Charles Rennie Mackintosh buildings in Glasgow, and then go up and see some bit of the Highlands. Go to the Isle of Skye if you can.
We are.
Plockton. Go to Plockton and see the palm trees.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Have a great trip.
What about Loch Ness?
Yeah, go to Loch Ness and stare at it. Go there, stop! Oh no, it's not. It's just.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Joey. I'm from Shoreline, Washington.
Hi.
You've got a great voice.
Thank you.
do.
Thank you.
Do you
It's all,
sing?
I do. It's all the theater I've done.
You've got a
really.
theatre voice. I can
Yeah.
hear it anywhere.
Yes. That resonance.
My question is about the theater, actually. It's
Okay.
no secret that both of you love it, love performing in it. And I wanted to know what show each and both of you would want to be a part of, past or present.
Any theater pieces you'd like to perform in? That's a tough one.
That
There's
is
so much
tough.
good material.
You mean a specific production or just like a play that exists? That...
Any play that exists.
Yeah. Tough. Very tough.
How about a favorite playwright?
Sure.
Narrow
I'd have
down.
liked to have done. I feel like I've just got too old to do Constantine and the Seagull, which is a bit annoying. I'd quite like to have had a go at that. I missed it.
You can play Nina.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That'd be good.
Too old. You could still do it.
I can still play.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would like to do a classic, but not in a classical way.
Like Yerma.
I'm thinking more of a Shakespeare.
Right. Yeah.
I'd quite like to do Macbeth.
As Macbeth or as Lady Macbeth.
Well, nowadays,
Yeah,
as
exactly.
Macbeth.
Macbeth's are off.
Why not? You could be Lady Macbeth.
I'll see you in the world.
I love that idea. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi. Hi. Oh God. Okay. So English is not my first language, so pardon me. My name is Maya. I'm from Brazil. I was on that Netflix panel that was really weird in Brazil.
Ah.
I have no idea what happened there.
Why was it weird?
It was quite a weird trip.
Yeah, for all of us. Yeah, we stayed like 18 hours waiting for a panel that lasts 5 minutes. Yeah.
Not my fault.
I know. We definitely know. We don't blame you. We still love you a lot.
Thank you.
I'm gonna ask a question and say another thing because if I don't, my mother's gonna kill me. And I do like being alive. So I would like to know which book changed your lives. Like if there's a book that you ever read that said, okay, this is like something that I'm gonna read every year or something that really changed me in any way. And the request is, David, my mother loves you.
Oh, I love your mother.
She has a tattoo with like a TARDIS and Alum Z written on it.
Wow.
Yeah, mine says Geronimo, we did it together because we are Whovians. But if you could send like a small message to my mom and I could record it, she would be happy. If you could say like, hi mom, that would be
Mom.
Okay, wait, let me, please say, hi mom. Hi mom.
Hi mom.
And then it was not recording. Let's
Do you have a favorite book?
Please.
A book.
Hi,
book.
mom. Is it laughing? My mom loves you. She's gonna be so happy. Okay.
Okay, what's your favorite book?
Favorite book?
Oh, that's a hard
It's
question.
really hard because I feel like every book I read slightly changes my life. You know,
when I first read Salinger's stuff, it was quite life-changing. I read it all at once at that kind of late teens, early 20s, and that all felt like it was just written for me. I was kind of hoping that when he died, there'd be a safety deposit box full of novels that we'd then get to read, but I don't think that's happened, unfortunately.
I think one of the first books I got really into was Secret Garden. Do you know that? I was obsessed with that book, and that was hours of thinking and wanting, and I don't know, I just loved that story so much as a kid. And then I guess, oh god, it's really hard, isn't it? Oh god. More grown-up book. I have read a book since The Secret Garden.
But sometimes those children's books, like, they really affect you. And when we were growing up, you couldn't binge watch TV like you could now. So you had to read. You had your shows that came on once a week, but you couldn't, you know.
And there was no electricity and...
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Rebecca. I'm from here in Seattle. David, I'm sorry I didn't take your advice. I'm an actor and it's all your fault.
It's fun though, right?
It is amazing.
Yeah.
No, I went to school actually to be an engineer. And yeah, that didn't work out. But I was watching Doctor Who and I was kind of going through a kind of crisis of life, figuring out what I wanted to do. And I was watching you and going, oh my God, he looks like he's having so much fun. And I did theater as a kid, and so I jumped right back into it, and I'm a professional actor in the area now.
Oh, wow, congratulations.
And thank you. I just wanted to know, like, I know I'm not the only one. Obviously, Wenatchee Maggie's also in my same boat here. But how does it feel to have that kind of influence? Because you guys have changed lives. I know, that's loaded.
Humbling, I suppose. Well, I don't know what to say to that. I mean, thank you, but it's not something that one is aware of or sets out to do necessarily. But it's lovely that you say that. I feel a bit shy.
That makes two of us.
Well, thank you for sharing that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and good luck with your career too.
Yes,
Thanks.
good luck.
Good luck.
Yes. Thank you. Hi. Did you already ask a question? No? Okay. So, maybe I've just seen you in line. Go ahead.
My name is Gabrielle and I'm from Bellevue. We were fortunate to get a screen of Yerma in our theaters here, and I just want to say, such an incredibly powerful experience, powerful performance. I left the theater traumatized, so thank you so much, it was amazing. My question is, could you share with us any memorable notes that you received in the process of filming Doctor Who?
Ooh, any particular direction from directors or notes of the character, anything like that?
Oh my god, it was so long ago.
I got an actual note on my first day saying if you have, now what was it exactly? If you have half as good a time as I had, you're in for the ride of your life. From Tom Baker. So that was quite sweet.
That's awesome.
But that was an actual note, probably not what you meant.
Acting notes. More out of breath.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
Stop giggling and get on with it.
Then you know you're on a fun set.
Yes,
if it's about the stunts and the camaraderie and keeping things moving, that's a good
Graham
sign.
Harper, the director who directed quite a lot of the episodes, had only ever had one note, which was loads of energy for every single take. He just sort of would bark that at you. But it worked, I think.
Yeah, there you go. Loads of energy. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, I'm Gabrielle. I'm from Bothell, and it's actually really nice to see you guys since you guys are my first people I saw on Doctor Who after my dad showed it to me. And my question is, do you watch the show now, and what do you hope happens, or what do you wish would happen in the show?
Oh, I've never sort of thought about it in that way, sort of hoping it'll go in a particular direction. I just enjoy watching and not knowing what comes next. That's the joy of it, I suppose. I mean, I'm very excited to see Jodie Whittaker start and see what different direction that'll take everything in. But yes, I don't sort of wish anything on it other than just for it to keep being a fun, crazy show that I've loved since I was a kid.
Me too.
I don't catch up with lots of them, but I'm really, really looking forward to Jodie's stuff. I genuinely am. I think it would be really wonderful to see her in action. And also, there's not. I mean, what do I know? There's nothing I could sort of change or I don't know. I think it's pretty amazing as it is. I would say that my preference is I really like it when there's a sort of a domestic feeling about the episode. So it can go off on some sci-fi tangent, but I like it to be rooted at home. I think that's when I connected to it the most as an actor and as a viewer. I really enjoy that. That's when it feels like it, could really be, and of course it can.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much. And I can't believe it, but we're almost out of time. We have time for one more quick question here and one more here. So go ahead.
Hi, my name is Zoe. I'm from Olympia, Washington. And I, first of all, want to say thank you guys for being amazing. David, watching you on Doctor Who and now on Broadchurch is fantastic. So in love with the show. 2 questions. 1, do you guys see each other very often? And 2, Billie, this is kind of jumping the gun now that you have your show in New York, but any plans after that?
Okay, first things first. We don't see each
Not
other
enough,
as much as we
no,
used to.
No.
But then we've got families,
Yeah.
we live on the opposite side of London, and
Yeah.
you're never around. I'm joking. I think life just gets in the way of that, doesn't it? Which is why it's nice to come here and do these.
Yeah.
And reminisce. What was the second question?
What are you doing after Yerma?
Oh. I am directing my own film.
Which is amazing.
Well, let's hope it's amazing. It's quite a big leap of faith.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. And last but not least, hi.
Hi, my name
Are
is
you dressed as
Sarah.
Jodie?
Yeah.
How cool is that?
You look
Thank you. My question is, do you know anything about the new Doctor?
What do you know about the new Doctor?
You've worked with her.
I do, yes, I know her quite well. I did 3 seasons of Broadchurch with her. Can't bear the woman. No, that's a joke. before someone tweets that. She's great. She's very funny. She's very lovely. She's a very good actress. The 3 qualities that are essential to play the Doctor. And she's got them all in spades. So I think we're in for a treat.
Thank you. And thank you guys so much. I know you guys are so incredibly busy.